This is CBS 5. It's Angenette. Hello?
Hello, this is a collect call from
Brendan.
an inmate at the Sheboygan County Jail. To accept charges, press 0. To refuse charges, press 1. To prevent calls from this facility, press 6. For a rate quote, press 7. Hello, this is a collect call from
Brendan.
This call is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Evercom.
Oh?
Brendan, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. This is Angenette. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, well, I'm going to put you on hold for just a second, okay? I'm going to transfer you into another room. Is that all right?
Okay.
Okay. If we get disconnected, will you call back?
Yeah.
Okay, just a moment. Yeah. I promise. Okay. Bye. Brendan, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi. We've never met or anything. My name's Angenette, as I was saying.
Yeah.
I work at Channel 5. I'm a TV news reporter. I just want to be clear with you. I want to ask your permission to record our conversation. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are granting me permission to record this conversation. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I've started the tape, and I'm going to ask you one more time. Brendan, do I have your permission to record this conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Brendan, how are you doing?
Well, not really bad, but I can't see none of my friends.
Do you see your mom?
Yeah.
Now, Brendan, I was just wondering, your mom was saying you want your side of the story told with all of this. I know you got arrested on March 1st, and the police said that you told them, you know what the police said, that they said that you and you told them that you and your uncle killed and raped Teresa.
Yeah.
What is your side of that story? What do you have to say about that? You said you want your side of the story told.
Well, my story is I came home from school at 3:45, started walking down the road, and me and Blaine were talking about who would get the phone first to call our friends, you know. And then we went in the house, Blaine, he called his friend first, and while he was talking to his friend, I was playing PlayStation 2, and I waited for a little bit, and then at 5 o'clock or about that, my mom came home and I talked to her, and she said she had to leave to go to the hospital with Scott. And then after that, I waited, I watched TV until about 6 o'clock and got a phone call from Blaine's boss, Mike Cornelli, and told him that Blaine was going trick-or-treating with his friend. And after that, I watched TV until 7, and Steven called, and he asked me if I wanted to come over to the bonfire, so I told him I would, and I did, and then he told me that I was gonna help him clean up the yard, so we did, and we picked up fan seat, wood, and some tires for the fire, and we picked that stuff up, and then we brought it to the fire. Then we threw some of it on, and we went into the garage, and there was a puddle on the floor of some reddish black stuff, but I didn't know what it was from. But it was like, I don't know, it was like probably 5 feet by 5 feet puddle or something, and so we cleaned it up with some old rags, and we threw the stuff in the fire after that, and then we sat there watching the fire, and then we threw some of the stuff on, and my mom came home at 9. Then she went into the house and called Steven on his cell phone to the chief to tell him that I was supposed to be home at 10 o'clock and that if I had a sweater on. And so we waited for the fire to go down, and then he told me to go home to get some sleep for school tomorrow, the next day. And after that, I talked to my mom a little bit and went to bed.
Well, you said you were hanging out in the house with your brothers?
Yeah.
Which ones were those? I know you have 3 brothers.
Well, Blaine was the only one there.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you guys came home from school.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it said in some papers they had in court.
Yeah.
So you said you guys were hanging out in the house watching playing Game Boys and watching TV?
Yeah.
What were you guys watching on TV?
Some music videos.
Oh, okay. Like what station is that?
Channel 333.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know, VH1 or something?
MTV.
Oh, MTV. Oh, yeah, VH1's probably like, for somebody more my age, probably like a little older music and stuff like that. Okay. Well, and you said you didn't even go over until Stephen called you?
Yeah.
And that was 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Well, where do you think the cops are getting all this stuff about you getting off the bus and getting the mail and stuff?
I don't know.
No?
But I didn't do that because I never get the mail, and how can I ride a bike because I don't got one? Because mine's junk because my gear gauge is busted.
And you didn't go over to Stephen's house at all after school?
No.
Well, where do you, when the cops were talking to you, because we haven't seen that videotape, they said that you are the one that said, you know, you saw Teresa's car in the garage and the fire pit going, there was a big fire in there and everything.
Well, the fire was started before I got there.
But when you got home from school, you didn't see the fire?
No.
And you didn't see Teresa's car in the garage?
No.
So how did this all go down that they said you said all this?
Well, they, said some stuff, and they asked me if it happened or not. But I would say, sometimes I would say no, then they would say I was lying or something.
But that one cop, he was up there testifying, he said you provided all the detail.
Not really.
Well, what is that? What do you mean, not really?
Well, some of the stuff I gave, but some of the other stuff wasn't true.
Oh, well, what did you give them?
Well, when they asked me what I did all over there, and I told them that I was just over to the bonfire the first interview, and they said that the next day, the time that they arrested me, that they knew all the stuff that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did they said that you said that Stephen answered the door all sweaty and kind of half naked, and that he took you down the hall and Teresa was, you know, on the bed with shackles and handcuffs. You didn't say that?
No.
Where did they get that you said that?
I don't know.
Do you think if I went to the cops, Brendan, and said, hey, we need to do a story on this, and, you know, why don't you let us watch the tape? We won't put it on TV or anything, but maybe we could just view it. You wouldn't be saying that? You wouldn't be saying you saw Teresa shackled and handcuffed to the bed?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
And you didn't have sex with Teresa? They said that you had sex with her?
No.
And that she was, you know, screaming for help and, you know, saying Brendan, or, well, I guess she didn't know your name, but she was saying, you can stop this, you know, crying, you can stop this, you can stop this.
Yeah.
And that she was begging you to save her.
Well, what I know, I never seen her in my life besides that one day when she was on the news, when she was missing. Because my mom called that one day and told me to turn on the news and watch it because she was a little late.
Because she was what?
She was a little late she was coming home from work.
Mm-hmm.
So she told me to turn it on before she got there to see what was on.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you feel like when these cops were talking to you that they were mean to you?
yell at me sometimes.
They yelled at you?
Yeah.
Which one of them yelled at you?
I can't remember, but the one was up north when they interviewed in November.
Mm-hmm.
One of them swore at me.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
don't remember his name?
No.
Okay. But the guys that interviewed you, you know, when they said that you told them all this stuff,
Yeah.
there's like a tall guy and like a short guy,
Yeah.
I think. He's got kind of balding.
Yeah.
Which one of them yelled at you?
Mark, I think.
Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. And the judge, what did you think about all that stuff the judge said? The judge said he thought they, you know, were nice to you and everything.
I don't know, maybe he's lying or something.
The judge?
Yeah.
He said he watched the tape and everything.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
He said he saw it, that you willingly said that, you know, you participated. And I'm not trying to pressure you, I'm just asking you because, you know, that's what we do.
Yeah.
But he said that you willingly said, you know, I raped Teresa, I slit her throat, you know, that Stephen told you to slit her throat, and but Teresa didn't die yet, you know,
No.
and that then Stephen strangled her, and he had blood all over his hands. That's what it says in the criminal complaint.
No.
That's not true?
No. Because I can't look at blood because if I do, I have like a blackout or a faint. I faint.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that I talked to Stephen a while back on the phone?
Not. I don't recall.
He said that he loves you all, you know, his nephews.
Yeah.
I mean, you love Stephen?
Yeah.
Like, he's probably, I mean, you guys are probably close.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he would hang out with you guys, like his nephews is what he said. He would hang out with you guys all the time.
Yeah. He would bring me places. Like he would take me out to eat, and he said that if I would help him with this, he was fixing cars, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He said if I would help him, he would later on, he would help me find the car.
Well, what all kind of stuff did you do together?
Well, we would go up north riding like jeeps and that around and go fishing and have fires and go swimming.
Did you guys hang out outside, or not outside, but when you come home from school and stuff, did you guys ever hang out?
Not usually, because he works until 5.
But that day he said he left work early.
Yeah.
Because he said, like he told me he was like hanging out at his house all day.
Yeah.
You didn't see him when you came home?
No.
And you said you never saw Teresa before?
No.
I was talking to your attorney yesterday, and he just briefly mentioned that there had been some discussions back and forth, and then I guess he told another station that, you know, there's something about you pleading guilty, and maybe testifying, I guess, against Stephen. What do you think of that?
Well, when they interviewed, I was a little nervous, and because I'm shy a little bit, and that, and I don't know.
I mean, but do you understand what I'm saying about you pleading guilty?
Yeah.
That they want you to say you did it.
Well, at first I thought that they were like trying to get Stephen for something he didn't do again. And after I heard that they had evidence on him, I lost confidence in that.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think Stephen did this?
You have 1 minute left.
Not really.
Brendan, they were saying they have some evidence that corroborates your version of events, that you took part in this with your uncle.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
I don't know, maybe they're planting it or something.
They're planting evidence against you?
Yeah.
But if I were to watch that tape, Brendan, would I see you saying that you raped Teresa?
I don't recall.
You don't remember saying you raped Teresa?
No.
And that you slit her throat?
No.
And that Stephen told you you did a good job after you raped her?
No.
Stephen never told you you did a good job?
No.
So what do you think of all this?
That is bullcrap.
You never saw Teresa naked on that bed?
No.
Thank you for using Evercom.